and welcome to SAIT Center, Trojans fans. I'm Matt Pouncy alongside Mitch Taylor. So Mitch, what's new in Trojans athletics?
Well, last week at SAIT campus, it was Make Some Noise for Mental Health Awareness. All week, the Trojan athletes were participating in events around the campus. And on Friday, you could find Calgary Flames alumni Curtis Glencross. And on Saturday, Olympic speed skater Anastasia Busis was in attendance at the campus center.
All the positive vibes brought success to the Trojans teams, including the women's volleyball team, who are making some noise on the scoreboard.
Oh yeah.
The first set started off with Ambrose playing some good defense. That's Ashley McKinnon blocking Megan Brennan's attack. SAIT gives Ambrose a free play, but the Lions can't capitalize, and SAIT's Samantha Carpenter punishes with a kill. Brennan goes up for another one of her team-leading 15 kills, and it goes off the hands of Lions starter Madison Richter and out of play. A great dig by SAIT's Veronica Headley gives Erin Neufeld a chance to put away the set point as the Trojans win the first set, 25-22. Carpenter serves up a beauty that forces the play back. SAIT and Brennan gets another kill. Simran Dami gets in on the offense with a kill of her own. The Trojans' service game continues with an ace by Haley Hinchy. The Trojans win the second set easily, 25-15. Ambrose gets off to a good start with a rocket from Juliet Kemper. A service error by SAIT and a beautiful tip by Madison Kerr puts the Lions up by 2. A beautiful sideline kill by McKinnon makes Dami miss and gives the Lions a set point that they don't miss. Ambrose wins a close third set, 25-23. In the fourth set, the SAIT offense comes back with big kills from Dami, and another rally to set up Carpenter. SAIT wins with a Neufeld attack that gets bobbled by Ambrose. SAIT finishes the Lions off with a 25-22 fourth set win and takes the match 3-1. Our own Alex Day caught up with ACAC player of the game, Megan Brennan.
So tell us, Megan, what was the mood coming into the game after a few tough losses last weekend, and how does it feel to get back in the win column?
Well, I think everyone was really determined to get into this game. We had heard that Ambrose was gunning for us pretty hard because they took Red Deer to 5 games, so they thought they could take us because we lost them. But everyone was really, really determined to get back into the swing of things. We did lose our mojo a little bit, and everyone was kind of discouraged coming out of last weekend, so this is just kind of a confidence booster to us.
Absolutely. What was the key to victory, would you say, tonight?
I think we passed really well. That was our main focus, was to control the game on our side and pass the ball so we could run our middles. So that the stats didn't really show us using our middles that well, but using our middles was what we wanted to do, and it worked.
Right. Now tell me, you're playing the same team again tomorrow at Ambrose in their gym. What do you need to do to repeat the success you had today?
I think we need to expect them to change a little bit. I think what he's going to tell us to do is stay steady. We controlled the pace of the game. I'm going to say we could probably expect more tips from them because we were digging them a lot tonight. So I think tomorrow we'll just be determined to keep digging them, pick up the tips when they change, and change accordingly.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Congratulations. Oh, you're welcome.
For SAIT Center, I'm Alex Day.
The Trojans really carried that momentum into Saturday, right, Matt?
Right you are, Mitch. On Saturday, the women were at Ambrose and blanked the Lions 3-0. First-year Samantha Overwater had a great night serving, recording 8 aces, and in the second set, Overwater served for 17 straight points. The men also played against Ambrose at home on Friday, quickly beating the Lions in 3 straight sets. Spencer Coulter led SAIT with 11 kills and 1 service ace. The Trojans continued their winning ways with a 3-1 set win at Ambrose. Those 2 wins, SAIT climbed to 8th in the CCAA rankings.
Wow. Now on to the basketball. The women's success wasn't really there this weekend, losing both of their games. They really struggled from the field and just couldn't really pull things together. The men, on the other hand, had a fantastic weekend. They won on Friday 81-76, and on Saturday had one of the most exciting games of the year. They were down 30 at half, and somehow pulled away with the victory, 108-105. Having that win, they've gotten to 10-3 on the year and cracked the CCAA rankings in 15th.
The women's hockey team clinched their playoff spot this weekend with 2 victories over Olds College. On Thursday night, Tashel Scantlebury jumped on a rebound late in overtime to give SAIT the 3-2 win at Olds. Back at the campus center Saturday night, the Trojans were more efficient in a 4-1 win. Alicia Oswald made 19 saves to get her 4th win in February. It was a good month for her. The men's team took on the Red Deer College Kings, winning 3-2 at home. The Trojans jumped out to a 3-0 lead and managed to hold off the late push from the Kings. On the road Saturday at Red Deer, Dean Allison had a big 3-point night, leading the way to a 4-1 victory. With those 2 wins, SAIT keeps pace with NAIT, and both teams are tied at the top of the ACAC standings.
Now on to the indoor track results. This is the first event that we've covered, so we're very excited to see what the season has to bring. SAIT Track Athlete of the Week, Ricky Doyle, went for a run, coming in first in the 1,000 meter and second in the 600 meter. What a great showing for SAIT, and we're excited to see what the season has to come.
Next weekend, the women's basketball team looks to get back in the win column as they play 2 games against the Ambrose University Lions. Our own Michael King has the details.
It's been a rough start to 2017, and although they hold a playoff spot, they still have lots to work on.
We want to get some wins. We're on a 5-game loss, so we just want to work together and try and get our shooting percentage back up.
I guess we just have to work hard in practices to make sure we can pull through for the rest of the season until playoffs.
We've been going through some injuries and trying to deal with other kids getting minutes, which is going to help us at the end of the season. And so as much as we had some struggles, it's going to help us at the end.
Looking past the injuries, the Trojans rely heavily on their stars. 4 of their 5 starters, including Martina Allen and Alexa Tan, lead the ACAC in minutes played.
I guess it says that we're pretty strong because I guess 4 of us can go for most of the game.
We depend a lot on our starters. Our bench comes out when we kind of need a break, but we have a lot of dependence on our starters to score and to play defense and kind of put everything out there to lead the team.
Head coach Ranveer Parmar is looking for the team to step it up going into this last stretch of games.
Well, yeah, you want to build on whatever you can, especially when you're going through the adversity we have been, the injuries and all that kind of stuff. Everybody's just coming back from their injuries. It was our first weekend where we've been back healthy again. And so it's going to take some time for them to get their legs. And so it was the first step. That's all we could hope for.
Next up for the Trojans is a Calgary matchup against Ambrose University. SAIT will host the Friday night game and then travel cross town for the Saturday rematch. Both games start at 6 o'clock, and you can catch live action at acactv.ca. For SAIT Center, I'm Michael King.
Best of luck to the women's team this weekend against Ambrose.
Speaking of that, Mitch, with lots of teams on bye weeks, only the basketball teams are in action this weekend.
Getting you caught up with all things men's basketball is 5'7", I repeat, 5'7" resident baller Keith Richards at the Campus Center. Keith?
Well, guys, I'm actually 5'8". Give me a little bit more credit than that, and I got some sick moves on the court. I'll show you. But it's a big week for the SAIT Trojans as they broke into the CCAA national rankings for the first time this season. A couple weeks ago, I talked to Dathan Spencer and Murphy Bea, and their goal this season has been national championship from the get-go. It's great to see them rewarded for their hard work, but there's still a long way to go this season.
Keith, the Trojans play Ambrose this weekend, another lower-ranked team. What are you expecting?
As you guys said, the Trojans got a little complacent last weekend against St. Mary's, but they stormed back to get the win. They can't afford to take another lower-ranked team lightly, because as everyone knows, this game might not boost them in the national rankings, but it can surely drop them out of it.
What do the Trojans have to do to come away with 4 points this weekend?
Well, guys, the Trojans are a fast-paced, high-scoring team. They're going to need to get out in transition and score lots of points on the fast break. If they can do that, I like their chances of coming away with 2 wins this weekend. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Keith. You're pretty lucky that the camera adds 5 inches. Thanks for watching another episode of SAIT Center. Make sure to check out Lights Out Broadcasting on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
And you can check out saittrojans.ca for more schedules, rosters, and team content.
Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Mitch Taylor.
And I'm Matt Pouncy.
For SAIT Center, Lights Out.